okay? So you guys usually see me when I'm upbeat and happy and I have something to say and stuff, but today I'm not upbeat, I'm not happy, and that has everything to do with my SMA syndrome. What's happening in my stomach. I wanted to get on here and I just wanted to show you guys when I'm not my best. I'm actually recovering from my most harsh symptoms with SMAS. I'm recovering from last night and also this morning. It's about 2 o'clock now. I have not eaten anything all day, and that's because I had such a big meal last night. What ended up happening was I got, a portion size of Chinese food, and I ate about half of that food. Such a terrible idea. That was such a terrible idea. I had rice and I had honey chicken. The chicken was broken down in small pieces and everything. And I guess the sauce it wasn't spicy or anything like that, but my stomach is on fire. It's burning because I also deal with gastritis, which is acid that goes into the stomach and affects the stomach lining, inflames it, and you can have stomach burning because of that, and also acid reflux because of that. So I also have that issue. I'm sure it was probably that sauce that upset it, but I also have been weaning myself off of my acid blocker pills, which is these pills right here. They're called pantoprazole. That's what they're called. And I have to take these every single day, and it pretty much just blocks the acid in your stomach that will come in there. And I need that acid blocked because it's inflaming my stomach. And of course, that's more discomfort added to the SMAS syndrome. So it's not fun at all right now. I actually threw up last night because my stomach was so extended. What happened was I was sitting down. I was so hungry. Like, I didn't eat all day. And for me to be hungry, that's a very rare occurrence. So I was sitting down and, I was just eating. I was just stuffing my face. I had an appointment earlier in the day where I could not eat for 6 hours while, they were doing stomach scans on me. I had to drink liquid. I did this scan in the past before for my stomach, but this was for my gallbladder. My doctor just wants to rule everything out to make sure, nothing's affecting the SMAS they just want to rule everything out. I'd say I'm a test dummy because I am. It's kind of like they know what I have. They just are doing research on it. They just don't know what to do, and they just want to check everything else, I guess. Just because, I guess they don't know what else to do for me, so they have to do something. So they checked my gallbladder and everything. Nothing was off track or not normal with that. That was fine. But I was in there for 6 hours. Usually I've been eating in the mornings. I've been forcing myself to drink Ensures, the Ensured vanilla shake. So I've been forcing myself to drink that, and also if I can get yogurt down, I eat that in the morning. And also tea is helpful in the morning. So I try to eat, liquid in the morning time because I know I don't want anything in the morning at all. So I just try to make my mornings as easy as possible with liquid. I usually eat towards 3 o'clock in the day, but I've been also getting better at that. I've been, I wake up at 7 a.m. to take my daughter to the bus stop, and then, I have work meetings. So usually it isn't until about 12 o'clock I've been doing better with starting to eat sooner rather than later in the day. And yes, you guys, I'm not losing weight anymore, but I'm also not gaining weight. Pretty much staying at the same weight, but I can tell that I'm eating more and that I'm going to begin to gain more weight. I just know my body. But last night was a setback because I couldn't eat, I didn't do my routine eating in the morning. I didn't do my routine eating in the afternoon. So then when it got to nighttime, I didn't eat a small portion. I ate a large portion because I was so hungry, you guys. Like, that is so rare for me. But because I've been taking more care of my diet and really, not forcing myself to eat, but really just putting myself on a schedule when it comes to food and actually making sure that I eat. I have been doing that. I have been, because in the past, I have, just neglected eating. If I wasn't hungry, I wouldn't eat. I would get dizzy and wonder why I got dizzy. Then I'd think back and think, I didn't eat all day. It was really bad. And I can see how people end up in the hospital with a feeding tube in them because their nutritional needs are not being met. And it's easy when you have this syndrome, when you're not hungry. Okay, no hunger at all, not even for candy. Okay, I don't have a taste for candy. So it's easy for me to just go on about my day and completely forget about food, which I know to a normal person, it could be like, food is a necessity, it's a part of your everyday process. Food is like breathing. But to a person with SMAS, like me, I could go without eating because eating in the past has caused pain in my stomach, which still does. It causes me to throw up. So I have PTSD from throwing up. Even if I drink a sip of water, I gag on it sometimes. If I'm nauseous or if my stomach is acting up, eating is not going to happen. Okay, it's just not going to happen. Like, today is one of those days because yesterday I overate. So my stomach was extended. I had to take 2 nausea pills last night. I probably took them in the same time frame and I was only supposed to take 1, but I was super, super nauseous. And I was over the toilet just gagging. So then by the time I got to eat, it's like, all right, I scarfed that down and then I just threw it right back up. And then I was just nauseous and like, it did nothing to my stomach. Like, my stomach was still extended, you guys. Like, my stomach was still extended even after I threw up, and I couldn't understand. I'm like, please get this food out of me. Like, I had just ate it, but I immediately regretted it. I regretted it. And me throwing up was not on purpose. It was unintentional because of, my intestines being squeezed. But yeah, I threw up last night. I woke up this morning with, my stomach was down a little bit, but you guys know how like you stretch or like you work out a muscle and then the next day that muscle is so sore it almost feels like a bruise. If you touch it, it's just so tender. That's my entire stomach. Okay, I could barely, like, my stomach hurt so much and I had to, get up. I wanted to hold my stomach just to protect it. And even my hand lightly being over my stomach was so painful. Like, nothing could touch my stomach. I had to lay on my side. I tried to lay on my back. I could not lay on my back, you guys. I tried to lay on my side. Even if I was a little bit too far over laying on my stomach, it was so painful to sleep last night. Like, I mean, so painful to sleep. So I woke up this morning. Thank God I got some sleep. And, I was just hunched over the whole day like this. I was getting my daughter ready for school. I was getting her things and I was just hunched over like this because I could not stand up straight because it just stretched my stomach and it hurt so bad. Like, I don't know how to explain my pain to you guys, but just know that I'm in pain and I'm trying to explain it to you. But, yeah, that was very painful. I had to get her ready for the bus. I'm so happy that I did not have to drive her to school. The bus came, picked her up and stuff. But you guys, what do you have to do when it comes to kids, huh? You have to expect the unexpected when it comes to kids. You have to. So she forgot her jacket here. So I had to drive to her school anyway to drop off her jacket. I didn't want to do it, but I'm a single mom, so I can't call somebody and just be like, you guys, can you please go take her jacket to her, blah blah. I feel sick, I can't do it today. I can't do that, you guys. I'm a single mommy. So I had to get my booty up in pain and all, and I had to drive my tail to her school to drop her jacket off to her because she always tells me, how cold it is in school. They have the air blasting even though it's hot outside. they have the air blasting, so she's always cold in school. So I always make sure that I have her jacket so that she's not, you know, cold or anything. I don't want her to be uncomfortable. So, you know, even doing my day-to-day tasks with SMAS is stressful. But I wanted to get on here and document this and also tell you guys what I'm going through, give you guys an update, because I'm not always happy all the time. You know, I just had a meeting an hour ago and I was supposed to go in person to that meeting, but thank God I have kind coworkers and they just, you know, put me on a Zoom. I was trying so bad to get out of bed, but I could not get out of bed. I couldn't get out of bed this morning at all. I couldn't, like, I was just in so much pain. I couldn't even sit up in front of the camera like this an hour ago. So even me being in front of the camera right now, I'm still in pain. I still have not eaten. I don't think that I'm going to have a chance to eat today just because of my stomach pain. And I also have something to do at 6 o'clock, so I have to be up and ready to do that. But yeah, it's so frustrating. Like, I want to cry. I really do, but I'm so sick of crying. I'm so sick of crying, and my eyes literally will not let me cry because I'm so sick of crying about this SMAS. But you know, even though I look healthy, even though, you know, I look happy, even though, you know, I'm, you know, moving around and doing all this stuff like this, I also want people to realize that I've been dealing with this syndrome for years. So I know how to deal with it, you know, when I have to deal with it. You know what I mean? When I have to get up and when I have to move, like when I have to go take my daughter's jacket to her school and I'm in pain, that's going to get done. I'm going to do that. You know, I'm probably one of those people that's like work, and then end up in the hospital. I'm like, how do I end up here? But, you know, I'm trying to take care of my health. I have to see 3 more doctors concerning 3 different things in my body to see if it is relating to extra stress on the SMAS. Like, I have to go see my vascular surgeon because I found out, you know, a couple months ago when I was going through all this stuff with the SMAS syndrome, that I have another rare syndrome. It's called Thurner Syndrome. It's not as rare as SMAS syndrome, but it is, you know, a condition that is not likely to have. And that's basically, I can get blood clots at any time because another one of my blood vessels is clamping down on my major blood vessel. Somehow, some way, it's clamping it up against my spine, I think. You got, look, I got to see so many doctors. It's crazy, but once I figure that out with these doctors, I'll tell you guys. But yes, it's called Thurner Syndrome. And also I have to get, you know, my back checked out, and I have to go to a back specialist and a back surgeon because not only is, you know, my blood vessel being pushed against my spine, but also I have vertebrae slippage, which is spondylosis or something like that. I'm not too sure the correct medical term, but vertebrae slippage is where my vertebrae comes out and it goes back in, and it, you know, when it comes out, it can stay like that for days, and it is very, very painful for me. But I have not had an episode in about a month. So no vertebrae slippage for about a month. But yeah, I have back issues. I also have a slight curvature of my spine, which is scoliosis. And that vertebrae slippage, I was in like a 4-car accident when I was 16 years old, along with the, you know, scoliosis. It just wasn't good on my back. So I have permanent back fractures too at the base of my back. That is not, you know, a likely occurrence either. Usually, you know, those fractures heal, but mine are permanent. I've had these fractures in my back for years. I don't know why. So they just won't heal. So I also have that problem. So I've seen, you know, different back specialists throughout the years. It's not that I haven't, or it's not that, you know, I'm not keeping up with my appointments or anything like that. It's just that I have so many problems. Like, I don't mean to say it like that because I'm always about positivity and motivation and inspiration and stuff. But I'm also human, you know. it can get overwhelming for me, all of these doctor appointments and everything. But I also have to see it, you know, my nutritionist also referred me to get some testing done by another doctor to make sure that, you know, all my hormones are leveled and electrolytes and anything else that has to do with, you know, nutrition. And because she said I'm losing weight and gaining weight, you know, it's going up and down, and also my nutrition and eating habits is, you know, back and forth. So she just wants to make sure that everything is level within my body when it comes to, I guess, different hormones and electrolytes and stuff like that, making sure my nutritional needs are met. So I have a lot of doctor appointments to go to concerning my blood vessels and these rare syndromes and my back problems. But it is okay. You know, it's okay, because life, I'm going to keep living it. Okay? I'm going to keep living my life, and I'm going to live my best possible life, and I'm going to continue to look at my success, and I'm going to continue to stay on this journey and stay blessed. So I want you guys to do the same thing, okay? Look at your success and you stay blessed, and we can journey this journey of life together.